first day of July of 2016. It is also a Friday, the end of the week, and yes, we've made it through the week and we're looking ahead to the Independence Day weekend. The Penncrest School District now has a budget in place for the 2016-2017 school year with no tax increase. That's the good news. The bad news is the district heads into that school year with 37 fewer people on staff and a remaining $2.5 million deficit, down from over $5 million originally projected. The board is retiring 15 teachers and furloughing 22. The furlough move proved to be a sticking point. In a packed boardroom, the school board members last night mulled over three initial choices: a budget with a 1% maximum tax increase allowed by law that would have reduced the deficit to $2.5 million, a middle-of-the-road choice that would have reduced the deficit to $2.3 million, or the zero tax increase, which was chosen with a 6-3 vote. In adopting a zero tax increase budget, the board then perfunctorily approved holding the line on taxes by an 8-1 vote. The homestead-farmstead real estate tax reduction of $206 for each qualified property owner was approved unanimously. Also, by an 8-1 vote, the Penncrest School Board members voted to accept the resignations of 15 teachers with the intent to retire under the early retirement incentive in accordance with the Memorandum of Understanding between the district and the PAEA representing the teachers. The board members initially declined by a 6-3 vote to not suspend 8 tenured teachers, and also to be a 6-3 vote to decline non-renewal of contracts for another 14. That forced a 25-minute executive session, resulting in the furlough of the remaining 22 teachers. After the meeting, we talked with board member Luigi Di Francesco, who voted against the furlough.
The enrollment has gone down, but in the meantime, they did hire new teachers. And to me, that was wrong, and that's why I felt terrible about the furloughs, because to me, they make any sense hiring new people when the enrollment of students was going down. And it's a shame, because we actually took individuals who did have jobs, and we promised them that they were going to have a permanent job, and all of a sudden now they have no jobs. Now, as far as the tax increase, I voted no for the tax increase because my main concern is not only the private owner of a home, but the business. Business are the lifeline of the people in this county. Without business, there will be no homes, there will be no families. Everybody's going to move out because we need jobs. And that's why I think as long as we increase taxes, we're going to push away business in our area. We cannot afford to do that.
Superintendent Michael Healy declined comment. School Board President Jason Backus initially declined comment to the stream, but later told other reporters the board and the district were looking to the state budget when asked about the remaining $2.5 million deficit. At the beginning of the meeting, Penncrest parent Jeff Brooks told the board it was clear moving forward there could be no longer an us-against-them attitude among administration, board members, and taxpayers.
My mom has been taking me to meetings since I was 10 years old, and this is the most interesting meeting I've been at this point in time. I have no idea what's going on. There's been some interesting votes going on, and what's happened so far as they break and go to executive sessions cannot be the final result. So it's going to be interesting to see what's coming out. In general, you come to these meetings and you think you know what's on the agenda and what's going to happen, and there's apparently something new to be put on the agenda and something new happening that we weren't expecting.
It remains unclear how the district will proceed with a $2.5 million deficit, but it does mean 37 people will lose their jobs, and school programming will most assuredly be severely affected. The Pennsylvania legislature on Thursday sent Democratic Governor Tom Wolf the main budget bill with hours to spare before the start of the new fiscal year, but left undone the challenge of figuring out how to raise over $1 billion in new revenues to fund it. The House approved the more than $31.5 billion spending package that boosts public school support by $200 million and directs new money to tackle the state's opioid drug crisis by a vote of 144 to 54. Some of the 45 House members who voted against the bill, along with 9 Democrats, made clear its increase in spending and the prospect of new taxes were not at all what they wanted. Wolf has 10 days to decide what to do about the bill, which he did not negotiate ahead of time, adding the time pressure to touchy revenue negotiations that could easily derail the budget. The governor issued a statement after the vote that was generally supportive, but cautioned he would not sign the main budget bill without a sustainable revenue package to pay for it. Among the revenue sources under consideration are higher tobacco taxes, money from tax delinquents, expansion of legalized gambling, and changes to how wine and liquor are sold. Some senators have questioned proposed revenue assumptions as overly optimistic and raised doubts about House legislation to expand casino-style gambling to airports, off-track betting parlors, and casino-owned websites. The bill would make Pennsylvania the fourth state to authorize internet gambling. Details have not been made public about a proposal to generate new taxes from cigarettes and other tobacco products. Senate Majority Leader Jake Corman, a Republican of Center County, said he was determined to avoid a repeat of the budget standoff with Wolf during the governor's first year, a costly and embarrassing fiasco that only ended a few months ago when Wolf allowed legislation to take effect without his signature. The budget bill that passed Thursday amounts to a 5% increase, or $1.5 billion, and forces significant concessions from Wolf. The higher spending is driven primarily by pension obligations, prisons, and human services, as well as a 3% increase in aid to public school operations and instructions. It also contains a $39.5 million increase in support of colleges and universities, a 2.5% jump. Representative Mike Sturla, a Democrat of Lancaster, said he was voting for the bill but was not enthusiastic about it. The legislature's independent fiscal office has projected the deficit to be $1.8 billion in the 2016-2017 fiscal year. Others say they were pleased with money to cut a waiting list for services for the disabled and to fund 3 cadet classes at the State Police Academy that will produce 180 troopers. The plan leaves unanswered the question of how the state will pay for what could be billions of dollars in borrowing for school construction costs in the coming years. The Pennsylvania State Police will, throughout Northwest Pennsylvania, be conducting additional enforcement activities for the upcoming Independence Day weekend. Increased enforcement of driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs, speeding and aggressive driving, and driver and passenger restraint usage will be the focus of this extra enforcement effort. The troopers report there will be scheduled DUI checkpoints and DUI roving patrols, increased radar usage, and traffic monitoring for this weekend. Police say motorists are reminded by not obeying motor vehicle codes, laws, and regulations, they may be subject to arrest or prosecution for any violations. With the upcoming holiday weekend, the troopers will be putting as much effort as possible into deterring drinking and driving, speeding, aggressive driving, and improper use of passenger and driver restraints. Police say these are the leading causes of crashes, causing serious injuries and deaths during this time of year. Remember to buckle up and slow down. Don't drink and drive. Make the holiday a safe and enjoyable one for everyone. The Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, the Pennsylvania State Police, and local police are partnering to help decrease alcohol and drug-related crashes and fatalities, as well as aggressive driving behavior throughout the Independence Day weekend. According to PennDOT, last year there were 330 alcohol-related crashes, resulting in 11 fatalities from Friday, June 26th to Sunday, July 5th. This marked an increase from 2014, when there were 326 alcohol-related crashes and 11 fatalities from Friday, June 27th through Sunday, July 6, 2014. Also, during the holiday period last year, there were 99 drug-related crashes and 4 fatalities. In those crashes, an increase from 85 drug-related crashes and 4 fatalities in 2014. Police this year will focus their enforcement efforts on speeders, aggressive drivers, seatbelt use, and those who drink and drive during the holiday period. It is now 20 minutes before the hour of 7 o'clock. It's Daybreak News on Stream Television. Armstrong and the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network will be back with you in just a couple of minutes.
Plan a family adventure into the past on a ride through the valley that changed the world. The OC&T Railroad and the Caboose Motel are open for the season. Take a breathtaking ride into the past as you travel down winding rails alongside scenic Oil Creek with stops at Drakewell Park, Petroleum Center, and in beautiful Oil Creek State Park. After the ride, enjoy a night's stay at the Caboose Motel. For seasonal specials or more information, visit the OC&T Railroad and the Caboose Motel online at octrr.org or call 814-676-1733. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home is dedicated to providing the highest level of service to Titusville and surrounding communities. Our family and staff continues the tradition started by Gordon B. Garrett in 1965, treating our clients with care and respect. Since then, we have grown, now in our third generation and in 2 locations, 303 North Washington Street and 203 East Main Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, a history of tradition and commitment to excellence.
Would you like to know what early childhood services are available in the area and have a voice in your child's early education?
Do you need to improve reading, math, grammar, or any other basic skill? Do you need childcare while you study?
Would you like to get your GED or high school diploma from Titusville area, Forest area, or Pencrest School District? Call Titusville Regional Literacy Council, where it's not like school, it's more like family.
For over 100 years, Queen Cutlery has been making knives made only from the finest materials combined with the very best labor of our master workers. On August 11th, Queen invites you to tour the factory to see firsthand the traditions that have been established since 1902. Then, it's the annual Queen Collectors Club Show at the Pleasantville Fire Hall with dealer displays August 12th and 13th. Contact Ashley at 814-827-3673 for more information or visit us online at queencutlery.com.
Are you looking for outstanding financial services from a community financial institution? Oil Country Federal Credit Union can assist you in several of your financial needs. We offer free checking, online banking, loan promos, and savings accounts with competitive rates. New to our services, we are now offering home equity with no closing costs for a limited time. Our members are the driving force, so become a member today. Visit us at oilcountryfcu.org for more information, or stop by 1050 East Spring Street in Titusville.
It's another American summer, and that means it's time to drive and discover the freedom around us. It's about hitting the highway and not looking back. The freedom to ride with the wind in your hair and not a care in the world. Discover the fun and adventure of owning a Jeep Wrangler. Discover how hard work can be made a little easier in a Ram truck. Now it's your turn to drive and discover the places around us. Donovan and Bauer Auto Group on the Hightown Road, Titusville. About 6:43, welcome back to Daybreak News as we take a look at that weather forecast on this first day of July. Hard to believe, and getting you ready for the big 4th of July holiday weekend. Rain showers early on, scattered thunderstorms arriving for the afternoon. A few of those storms may be severe. Temperatures today around 74 degrees. Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 49. Saturday, mostly sunny, 76. Sunday, partly cloudy, 81. Monday for the 4th, mostly cloudy, 82. And Tuesday, partly cloudy, temperatures around 86 degrees. Meadville this morning, checking in at 60 degrees, 57 in Titusville, 57 in Franklin, it's 56 in Oil City. That is a look at your weather forecast. We send it back over to the news desk to Mark Heim. Have a wonderful 4th of July weekend, everybody. Hi, Mark.
And this is Daybreak News on Stream Television. Armstrong and the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. Earlier this week, we reported to you a story about a Maryland driver who allegedly shoved a road flagger to the ground at a road construction site on Enterprise Road last Friday in Pleasantville in Venango County. The Franklin State Police now report, with the assistance of the Charles County, Maryland Sheriff's Office, Joseph Michael Love, 27, of La Plata, Maryland, was identified as the suspect, even though the vehicle was not registered in his name. Love was charged with harassment, disorderly conduct, obedience to authorized persons directing traffic, obedience to traffic control devices, duty of a driver in construction and maintenance areas, and reckless driving. During the incident, Love had tried to drive around multiple vehicles that had stopped at the construction zone. Flagger Terry Lynn Manross of Oil City yelled at Love and tapped his vehicle with her flag. Love then got out of his vehicle and shoved Manross hard enough that her hard hat went flying and she was knocked to the ground. Love then grabbed the flag off the ground and looked like he was going to strike Manross with it. Love was stopped by the patrons who were on the front porch witnessing the incident. He then got back into his vehicle and continued through the construction zone. There was a pregnant woman in the passenger seat of the vehicle that got out of the vehicle and yelled at Love to stop. A 28-year-old Warren County man is very lucky not to have been hurt as the result of a Thursday morning crash in Sugar Grove Township. The Warren State Police report Nathan Lindstrom was driving a mid-sized car south on State Route 27 at about 8:30 a.m. when he traveled into the southbound berm for approximately 75 feet. Police say the car came back into the southbound lane where it continued as it began to rotate to the left. The car is reported to then have traveled into the northbound lane and gone another 70 feet when Lindstrom tried to counter-steer. Police say the car went back into the southbound lane and began to rotate to the right for a distance of about 17 feet. The car traveled off the road and onto the southbound berm, crashing into a guide rail with its driver's side. Police say the car then went airborne about 10 feet, facing west and going down an embankment. The car hit the bottom of the embankment with its driver's side wheels, causing it to overturn as it traveled another 22 feet. The troopers say the car struck a lawn cart and tractor as it was overturning. The car came to a stop on its driver's side facing west. The Corey State Police are investigating an alleged theft of tack and horse registration papers valued at about $1,000 from a Pleasantville horse barn. The troopers say a person or persons unknown entered the barn at 42569 Gilson Ridge Road in Oil Creek Township in Venango County sometime between the first of the year and June 20th and removed the dark brown Hereford show saddle and bridle, a red saddle pad, tan fly sheet, and the registration papers. The victim is listed as 76-year-old Ronald Williamson of Pleasantville. Anyone with information should contact the Corey State Police. A case of identity theft is being investigated by the Warren State Troopers. They say a person or persons unknown opened bank accounts at a bank in Miami, Florida, with the personal information of 60-year-old Trudy Sandberg, who lives along Bush Road in Spring Creek Township, Warren County. Police say all of this happened between August 15, 2015, and last Wednesday. The Warren State Police say they are looking into a criminal mischief case in which a person or persons unknown damaged multiple metal gates limiting access to the property of Cameron Energy out of Sheffield. Police say the incident occurred last Saturday night between 7:30 and 8 p.m. on an oil lease road at the end of Dutchman Run Road in Meade Township, Warren County. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Warren State Police at 814-728-3600. The Pennsylvania Public Utility Commission is tentatively giving its approval to a settlement under which IDT Energy, an electric generation supplier, has agreed to pay over $6.75 million in consumer refunds and penalties. Also, IDT will modify its marketing and business practices as a result of an alleged deceptive action or actions that triggered thousands of consumer complaints during the so-called polar vortex winter of 2013-2014. The commission voted 5-0 this week to approve a settlement resolving a formal complaint against IDT, which was filed by the Pennsylvania Office of Consumer Advocate, or OCA, and the Office of the Attorney General, OAG, on June 20th, 2014. The complaint alleged that IDT misled customers with deceptive promises of savings, engaged in slamming or the unauthorized enrollment of a customer, mishandling customer complaints, failed to provide accurate price information, charged at different prices than listed in the customer disclosure statements, and failed to comply with Pennsylvania's Telemarketer Registration Act. Under the terms of the settlement approved, IDT will pay a total of $6.5 million in refunds. which will be paid to IDT customers on variable rate plans and billed for usage in January, February, and March of 2014. Contribute $75,000 to hardship funds operated by the electric distribution companies, pay a $25,000 civil penalty to the Pennsylvania General Fund, and be prohibited from claiming a tax deduction for that amount. IDT will also pay the first $75,000 in costs for a third-party administrator to oversee the distribution of consumer refunds. They'll make numerous modifications to business practices related to product offerings and advertising, disclosure statements, third-party verifications, training, compliance monitoring, reporting, and customer service. They will also refrain from offering variable rate electricity products for a period of 21 months. 10 minutes before the hour of 7 o'clock, this is Daybreak News on Stream Television, Armstrong, and the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. We now continue with the Morning Farm Report.
Good morning. I'm Carol Johnson with your Morning Farm Report. Soybeans are still above $11 per bushel, and corn is above $3.50 per bushel. And commodity investors aren't letting the shock of Brexit spoil their best 3 months since 2010. While the United Kingdom's vote to leave the European Union has whipsawed markets, raw materials have still outperformed stocks, bonds, and the dollar in the second quarter with a return of 13%. The Bloomberg Commodity Index entered a bull market this month as oil advanced above $50 a barrel and prices of everything from soybean meal to zinc rallied. The index is still down about 50% from the high it reached in 2011. Commodity prices have rebounded on speculation that supply disruptions and production costs are whittling away the surpluses that caused the biggest price collapse in a generation, while global demand shows signs of improvement. Citigroup Inc. said last month that commodities had turned a corner, increasing its forecast for metals to grains amid an oil-led recovery. With your Morning Farm Report, I'm Carol Johnson.
Summer is here, which means it's time to hitch up to experience the great outdoors with your friends and family. Penn RV carries work and play, Sprinter, and Prowler recreational vehicles, plus RV supplies and accessories. Ken and Margot have been in the RV business for over 41 years, with Ken holding a master's certification as an RV technician. Come by and visit the store today. Summer hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 7, Tuesday and Friday, 9 to 5, Wednesday and Saturday, 9 to 1. Hit the road and enjoy life with Penn RV Center on Route 8 south of Titusville, and find us on Facebook.
Summer is off to a fast start here at Donovan and Bauer Auto Group in Titusville. With GM Select Tag Bonus Cash Program, you can save thousands on your favorite Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC vehicles. Also, we are the only dealership in Crawford and Venango counties where you can shop for your favorite GM brands in one dealership, saving you valuable time so you can compare all your favorite GM models and get the best savings. So when you have the time, we invite you to find new roads and visit us on Route 8 North in Titusville or at donovanandbauer.com.
Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital are now one, providing health care focused on you. High quality, close to home, affordable care, and compassion for our patients. Surgical excellence and innovative procedures. Your health, your community, care you trust. Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital.
Wilcox Nursery and Greenhouse has a wide selection of hanging baskets, annuals, and perennials for your flower beds, Mother's Day, or Memorial Day urns. We also have fall mums. When you care enough, plant the very best. Wilcox Nursery and Greenhouse.
Cross Creek Resort is now open for the season. Call ahead to 827-9611. The dining room is now open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 5 to 8. Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Visit the Pro Shop in the 19th hole and get ready for another great season of golf at Cross Creek Resort.
I just got off the phone with Armstrong. I'm getting EXP. It's reliable Wi-Fi, lets me record up to 6 shows, and has this easy-to-follow on-screen guide actually powered by TiVo. What an amazing discovery. I'll be able to set recordings on my phone through an app and actually download recorded shows so I can take it with me on the go. It's EXP, and it changes everything. It's pretty much the best thing ever invented. Hey, bifocals, still number one.
Big G Tire and Auto on the Hightown Road in Titusville is your home to the largest selection of tires for small compact cars to large semis. Need an oil change, inspection, or repair? Big G can service your vehicle while it's in the shop. Protect your vehicle with our fluid film undercoating to keep the rust at bay. Big G will keep you on the road.
Tires for any size vehicle and auto repair. Come see us at Big G Tire and Auto on Hightown Road in Titusville.
The Humes Ford used vehicle store has fast become the county's #1 choice for used cars, trucks, minivans, and sport utilities.
Stop by and see our large selection of certified vehicles. Our on-the-spot financing allows you to drive your car home today. Or visit us at humesford.net.
Humes Ford specializes in used trucks, all makes, all models, gas and diesel. Plus, our finance department will tailor a finance plan to meet any budget. Humes Ford, Route 6, Corey.
And good morning. Welcome back for the last few minutes of our program this morning. We have some information to let you know about. And that is, we have been promising during the week to talk to you about the fireworks and some of the other activities that have been scheduled for the weekend. And what we have and what we've compiled here is some information beginning with activities that will take place on Saturday. In the Meadville area, the Remarkable Festival takes place all day long at the Meadville Area Recreation Complex, or the MARC, and you can learn more by calling the folks there and getting a full schedule. Fireworks are scheduled on Saturday at Pymatuning State Park at dusk, as well as Cranberry Mall, where there is a full slate of activities during the day and a lot of outdoor activities that are scheduled beginning at 5 p.m. Also on Saturday, Conneaut Lake Park will have fireworks at dusk, but with admission for other activities. And Canadota Lake on Saturday will feature a kids' bike parade at 11, and at 2:30 in the afternoon, we'll also feature a patriotic boat parade as well. So those are all the things that are happening on Saturday that we're aware of. On Sunday the 3rd, you can see Light Up the Lake at Conneaut Lake, and that is in that area. 7 Point, also on Sunday in Oil City, the Oil City Jolly July 3rd program takes place at Justice Park with fireworks at dusk. Also on Sunday, the Warren fireworks will be at 10 p.m. You can contact the folks in Warren at the Chamber of Commerce there for more information. Also in Warren on the following day, Monday, their annual Warren July 4th parade takes place at 11 a.m. Erie's Liberty Park features fireworks at 9:45 on Monday. Waldemere Park features fireworks at dusk on Sunday. Also on Monday, Franklin's Riverfront Park will feature fireworks at dusk. In Lawrence Park in Erie County on Monday, there's a full slate of activities with a parade at 2 p.m. There's activities that begin at 7 p.m. and fireworks at dusk. This is all at a place near the Iroquois Stadium there. And as we mentioned also, Conneaut Lake Park on the 2nd on Saturday with fireworks by admission and activities at Canadota Lake on Saturday as well. We also mentioned the Warren Parade at 11 o'clock on Monday, the 4th. We'll have all that up on our website just a little bit later today, and you can check all of that out by going to streamnewsnow.com, and you can see that. We'll have that all up just a little bit later today. Right now, it's about a minute before the hour of 7 o'clock. That leaves us just enough time to say thanks for being with us today and this week. We thank the ladies over at Truly Unique Salon on West Spring Street in Titusville for all of their help with our hairstyling needs here at the Stream. And, we wish you a very happy and safe holiday weekend, Independence Day weekend, and we'll be with you on Tuesday morning to bring you everything you need to get your week started.